Generals, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OCE League of Legends. We are returning to LoLsummoner to cast some high-level solo queue games. It's nice to see that a lot of these, well, the Season 4 now has meant that players have got back to their high-level diamond ranking, because when we tried to cast previously, there actually weren't any like diamond tier players.
Yeah, there weren't. So it's good to see they're getting their ranks back up so we can actually cast some games using LoLsummoner. Quite fantastic.
On the left-hand side here, we do have Equor starting as our Lee Sin. We do have Captain Midkid as our Gragas, who is potentially... Oh no, just kidding, get some items. Good guy Midkid actually does have items now. So we do have Christmas Trees as our Jinx here, Ron Burgandy as our Renekton, and Eshe Zona as the Thresh.
On our red-hand side, we have AKG Senpai as our Evelyn, DJ Mad Max as the Leona, Crash Fistfights as our Caitlyn, Pi as the top lane Shyvana. Man, you got to go pretty well to get that name on OCE, don't you? Like, that's not bad. You did a good job. And AKG Wright as our Riven as well. So it looks like we may have a bit of a team there for Evelyn and
it'd be
Riven.
duo queue.
So yeah, it might be as well. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it definitely would be a duo queue, as they're designedly not laning together. Usually when you see duo queues, they tend to be in the same lane like bottom, but you know, not always. So what do you think about these team comps then?
Look, they're fairly interesting, these ones. I have to say I like the Eve jungle coming back at it. It is still strong despite, you know, nerfs to, you know, the hate spike, projectile speed as well as ravage. Scaling off physical, kind of like AD as opposed to AP now. So Evelyn can just be so strong in this current meta because it really does force pink ward buys, or you know, getting the oracles upgrade on the sweeping lens. It requires a lot of warding control, otherwise she can just come in from behind and just do a lot of damage to you.
Well, I just still think that's something that people aren't doing, is getting that upgrade on the sweeping lens. So how does it actually work? I haven't used it before.
Once you upgrade it, after you sweep and you get a ward down, it actually gives you oracles for, I think, 6 seconds, like a mini oracles, like, you know, the old oracles. Yep. It gives you that, but for less time, obviously. Yeah,
fair enough. So Gragas and Riven here in the mid lane, something we're actually seeing pretty often. Is just Gragas and Riven in the mid lane. What do you think about that lane matchup?
It's fairly common. I think straight away early Gragas has got to be careful he doesn't get caught out while auto attacking, because I mean Broken Wings does still do a fair amount of damage despite the nerfs. Ekos looking for a red steal here. Does get the ward down. Don't know if Senpai actually scouted that one. No, she does with that ward there.
Definitely will for now, but we do actually see Wright moving up to intercept him. The key strike will actually knock him back for now, allowing Senpai to do a little bit of damage. The hate spikes are still ticking for a fair bit of damage. The extra flash as well doesn't have the safeguard, unfortunately. This may be our first blood here actually, as we do see a flash there from AKG Wright and getting a bit more damage done onto Midkid.
Yeah, I'm surprised Midkid. I think he might have gone for his Drunken Rage and not the body slam there. That's going to be super unfortunate. Might have been able to actually save Equus there.
That was pretty much just the hate spike that entire time doing the damage.
Time just shredding down. And Equus just didn't have any way to get out of there. Couldn't really juke over Baron Pit without dying. This bot lane should be fairly interesting. Jinx, probably not she's a fantastic ADC, but not the safest. The Thresh is going to give her a lot more safety. Thresh can zone quite well, as well as the fact he can actually flay back Mad Max. She goes with the Zenith Spike. Ooh. Yeah, we see the flay there, but a little bit mistimed.
Gets the stun as well, so actually getting the death sentence onto Crash Fistfights. We'll get a couple auto attacks done from Christmas Trees. So Caitlyn has a lot of good lane presence with her long-range auto attacks, but I don't think she has the best sort of engage potential. Doesn't really have a lot of like burst like you would see from Illusion.
Yeah, definitely not. So it means the Leona pick won't pay off as much as it would against, say, Illusion, or more of a hard engage. But it can still be quite a nice lane. We'll have to see how it actually goes. Definitely falling to Jinx at the moment. Senpai off to the side, looking for Ron Burgundy. Yeah,
Ron Burgundy a bit of trouble. I don't think he actually realizes that Senpai is up in their lane, and she's double buffed, and with an assist has some extra gold. Actually will walk into the brush, will take a fair bit of damage, and Pi will be joining the fight, but gets the slice and the dice actually. Senpai chasing him down, doing an extra bit of damage with the hate spikes.
Yeah, gonna get a fair bit of damage down. Christmas Tree getting caught out here.
Yeah, nice death sentence as well, though, onto Crash Fistfights. And for now, Christmas Tree is peeling, doing a fair bit of damage with her long range on the Zap and the Rocket upgrade.
Yeah, definitely doing that. Both supports going for that Doran shield, which means they're taking a lot less damage from auto attacks, and they just have a lot better health regen. It's a fantastic pickup early on for supports and like high engaged lanes.
Senpai going back into the mid lane here. Captain Midkid does have his body slam this time around, though, but gets the nice Riven stun just in time for Senpai. Doesn't go for the all-in dive though, but in the bottom lane actually, SA Zona is out of mana. Crash Fistfights Exhaust has timed off, so now she's going to have a lot better time, but Christmas Tree's getting pretty low here. Mad Max doing a fair bit of damage, but Jinx gets the reset with the passive and now pops the barrier. This may be a double kill actually, but Senpai moving in. She may get a double kill actually this time around. Christmas Tree's looking pretty exposed. We'll try and juke into the brush for the flash, and there will be a kill with the hate spikes, but actually caught under the tower by the flame chompers. Almost was a kill for Eshe Zona.
So it ends up being, I think, a 1-for-1 exchange there in the bot lane. Good to see, AKG Senpai moving down the bot lane to secure those kills. It was a really nice flash coming out from Christmas Tree. I gotta love that reset.
Yeah, Pi getting stunned there by the Ruthless Predator of Renekton, but they're both so low and fortunately are resourceless, so it's pretty even in that regards, but it could go either way. I think Ron Burgundy with the stun may be able to get a kill here. Pi actually will get flashed and ignited, so that's going to be a kill in the top lane.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Renekton definitely does very, very well against Shyvana before you can actually see her start to buy up and go for a Sunfire Cape, but instead of going for a double Dorans, that's an interesting build against a Renekton.
Yeah, well, I have seen Shyvana go triple Dorans before, and it has actually worked pretty effectively. Senpai will get revealed for now by Equos, but the damage is so nice here. Senpai has a fair bit of damage, but looks as though Mid-Kid moving to shake things around will land the Sonic Wave, but won't go in for the Resonating Strike.
They're going to back off a bit there. Senpai is a little bit behind on CS, 10 CS behind. Equos has been ganking lanes a bit, as you need to do as an Evelyn. Want to get really scaled up fast because she does scale off later in the game. You want to get as many ganks down as soon as you can before you see more vision wards coming out.
Yeah, I think that early in assist and that early kill allowed her to get the mobility boots quite fast, as looking at the jungle items of Lee Sin, he only really has double Doran's Blade, so a lot of extra damage and life restore, but definitely not the mobility that Eve has.
Yeah, we do see Christmas Tree has decided to go for their tier 2 boots, whereas we've got a Vamp Scepter on to create fist fights.
Senpai moving in. Mario has to flash for that stun, but will jump away with that lantern. Nice disengage there from the blue team.
Nice and safe. Yeah, I was just saying before, Christmas Tree just not really having the damage that she needs at this point. Going to be clearing that vision ward out there as well. DJ Mad Max may catch out Eshe.
The Eclipse giving Mad Max a lot of extra armor, basically mitigating the damage from Christmas Trees. It's generally just not worth trying to focus Leona when she has that shield available.
Yeah, definitely not. Triple Doran's out as well onto Captain Mid-Kid. That's something I haven't actually seen in the wild. Triple Doran's Gragas. I guess wanting to be farming up as well as possible, keeping the mana up against AKG right.
Yeah, because Riven is resourceless, so if they just keep going for these extended lane pokes, then it will go in the favor of Riven in that regard, because even despite the triple Dorans, we do see pretty low mana on Captain Mid-Kid. Senpai still in the bottom lane though. This could be a bit of an engagement here. If Madness can land the Solar Flare when she's level 6, goes in with the Zenith Blade actually, doesn't quite get the stun now, but a little bit too late. Senpai is just too far back. Put with Peacemaker doing extra damage. Senpai moving in, will get the kill from Crash Fight Knights, but now Ecos moving in a little bit too late though, as Red Team are now disengaging.
Yeah, a little bit missed time there in the bottom lane. Those flares a little bit off on Eshe Zone. You want to be kind of playing as the Zenith Blade comes in. Solar Flare.
Doesn't get the stun though, but Mad Max goes in with a Zenith Blade for the stun, and Icos actually being dived under the tower. Senpai and Crash Fits Fast, but that is a fantastic 3-man dragon kick.
Absolutely fantastic, forcing them right off. Crash Fist Fight's got taken very, very low by those tower shots, so bot lane will have to recall. Captain
Mid-Kid and Right going for an engagement here. All the cooldowns available. Nice explosive cast. Will knock Right into the minions. Flashes, but gets burned by the Ignite, and I think come the caster minions as well.
Yeah, that was really nice. The caster minions finishing it off very, very well calculated by Captain Mid-Kid. Bot lane still wanting to get a bit more poke down on the tower, but I mean, they're not really going to get anything. Equos is there defending, and that means Blue are going to get some free farm there. Christmas Tree coming back into lane right now.
Yeah, I think those triple Dorans definitely paid off there, because the extra health and damage, and also just the fact that Captain Mid-Kid had enough mana for his full rotation of abilities, which he probably wouldn't have had if he didn't go triple Dorans, so not a bad item choice there.
Yeah, obviously paid off in this regard. Not a lot of vision wards out, not a lot of wards at all on the side of either team, which is, you know, a little bit surprising, especially against Senpai's Jungle Eve. That's going to start to get pretty dangerous. I mean, so far, you know, 1-0-3. She's made 4 kills happen already. She's playing fairly fantastically. Got that double bust up again. It looks like she'll be heading top.
Yeah, will she build into Spirit of the Elder Lizard?
Look, I haven't seen a Jungle Eve, like, post jungle item changes where it's now got the conservation as passive, so I'm not exactly sure where she'll go. We'll have to check it out. I'm not 100%.
It would make the most sense to me, but going for another gank here as well. Ron Burgundy with the Slice Dice Dragon's Ascent onto him. Now, Dominus hasn't been popped just yet, I don't think. No, it has been, sorry, my bad. But like 1v2 here. Whether I turn this one around, Senpai will get ignited, but just a little bit too in vain. The damage was just too much.
Yeah, trying to take her out. Unfortunately, not being able to. DJ Mad Max off to the side there. Bot lane just pushing around. Very, very even CS at this point.
Yeah, so not too uneven there. We do see red team a little bit ahead in gold, but looking at the CS, they're actually pretty even too. The bottom lanes are pretty much absolutely on par. Mid lane's the same. Top lanes are pretty much just the kills really, which are in red team's favor because of those Eve ganks.
Yeah, definitely. That's the only real disparity we've seen coming into this game so far. Double Dorans as well onto Equos, not going into a jungle item, obviously. Didn't start with the Hunter's Machete.
Yeah, good time for an engager in the bottom lane. We do have a level 7 Leona and a level 5 Thresh, so no box available despite the Solar Flare. It is off cooldown as well, so she can use that if she makes something happen, as Senpai is also nearby, so this could be critical timing here for the red team, but Chris McFight's taking a fair bit of pokes.
So it looks like it's possible they may be positioning for this dragon. I'm not exactly sure. Captain Midkid moving back into lane, and Senpai off to the side.
Yeah, Equos moving in as well now, so 2v2 engagement by the looks of it here. Senpai is revealed by that pink ward. Equos going in. Will he go for Senpai actually? We do see body slam onto Senpai. Explosive cast missed. Equos getting bursted down and shredded by Right and Senpai. Captain Midkid actually flashing in for Senpai. Misses his barrel toss there. This may be his end, as he will get shredded down by the hate spikes and the damage there of Right, with the extra damage from her Blade of the Exile.
The mechanics there from Senpai were absolutely clutch. Got the movement speed bonus, allowed her to actually dodge the explosive class and then flash the body slam as well. Just no damage coming out from Captain Midkid.
Yeah, had he landed his abilities, he would have been an easy kill there. Senpai's incredibly squishy, but actually may even go for a dragon.
Yeah, got a bit of that tanky Leona as well. Mad Max is going to be able to tank down the dragon. They will manage to secure it after getting the mid lane kill. No real way to see it. We'll have to see if we see a Super Mega Death Rocket come over. No.
Yeah. It actually
secured.
Was available as well, so...
Yeah, no vision though from blue team,
that's
I guess,
true.
So it makes it a bit difficult.
Very risky going for that if there's no vision. In the top lane, we do see both of these top lanes, Ron Burgundy and Pi, with the Giant's Belt and the Chain Vest, so they're incredibly tanky and just not doing much damage at all to each other. So they're both going for the Sunfire Cape, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both going for the Sunfire Cape. Not at all surprising. Fairly standard builds from both players. They're going to just start whacking into each other and not doing much. Shyvana's still going to have a fun time. Pi, it's going to be a lot harder for Ron Burgundy to actually get any 80 damage down once she does finish that Sunfire Cape. But I mean, same on the side of Pi with that double Doran's, less effective.
Yeah, exactly. So I think for now, Senpai is just really turning the tide. Spirit of the Spectral Wrath, actually.
Yeah, going for that. Not a bad pickup, I have to say. That's going to be a bit of AP. Going to be quite a nice item pickup. And given the Amp Tome as well, those boots of mobility are just great early on for Eve.
Yeah, it will give her a lot of extra damage on her hate spikes, and even her Agony's Brace as well, giving her that extra shield. But do you think you see a bit more hybrid style coming out from Evelyn now, like Raid Blade perhaps?
I haven't actually seen it yet, but I've definitely been seeing more AP kind of a style. A lot of people have been moving away from Eve. I'm not sure whether it's because of the jungle item change that they just decided they've had enough of her, but I'm glad to see her still out. I mean, with the vision changes, there hasn't been a lot more like after the nerfs, so there's no more oracles. Vision wards aren't stealth anymore. There hasn't been a lot more changes, so Eve is still very, very strong. Any Invis champ is still very, very strong. I mean, Team Mushrooms are still very, very strong.
Yeah, but with the change that made it so, I think Ravage no longer scales off of AP.
Just AP, yeah. I think it scales off both now. I'm pretty sure from memory it was Ravage that now scales off AD as well. Bit of a nerf there, and just the slower rage spikes as well from memory.
Yeah, fair enough. So Ron Burgundy getting focused here by Pi, but Senpai will be the one bringing the damage into this engagement. But backing off, actually.
Side, yeah. Something they probably can't get enough off that with the Slice and Dice available and Aronectin on Ron Burgundy.
Yeah, Slice and Dice combined with the tankiness is really hard to actually chase down and kill. Senpai still sticking around though, wants to make something happen.
Yeah, I'd definitely like to see her try and maybe focus the other lanes. It's going to be really difficult for her to kill, say, Ron Burgundy a bit. I mean, if you head towards the mid lane, Captain Midkid, especially if he blows his body, Captain Slam trying to engage could be nice. Going
for the engagement here, actually. The box will slow them down. Crass McFight's actually getting kicked back and exhausted. So definitely going to be a dead Caitlyn here. Christmas Tease, though, taking a bit of damage in return, though. But that will be a free kill there in the bottom lane.
Yeah, nice try for Crash Fist Fights. Excellent mechanics coming out of our Lee Sin for Equos. Getting a fantastic dragon kick, and you just can't run away from that. When you got a Thresh and a Jinx and you're getting dragon kicked into them, you're just like, well, look.
Yeah.
Not a lot of chance there.
The box slows them down long enough for Lee Sin to position behind them to kick them back. Pi actually going for some proxy farm by the looks of it here, getting those minions behind the tower of Ron Burgandy.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Ron Burgandy looks like he might try and engage. I wouldn't. Look, I'd go back to your lane and start farming off that. But Captain Midkid, of course, moving up as well. They can probably take Pi.
Yeah, Pi can just Dragon's Descent over the wall. Explosive cast knocking her back for now. This could be a kill, actually. Dragon's Descent not over the wall, but will be a nice escape there. But actually, in the bottom lane, a bit of an engagement. Thresh getting taken out there by our Raven Pi flashing over the wall.
So that's nice. Burning the flash as well as the Dragon's Descent just for an explosive cast. It was a very, very nice trade. If you can force them to burn the Dragon's Descent so they can't actually go over a wall, it can be quite fantastic. Mad Max going for the dive.
Yeah, actually, right following the party here as well. Flame Chompers will zone off right for now. Lee Sin doing tons of damage, and the execute from Christmas Trees. Nice tank there from Equos. One more shot may finish him off. Jinx getting a double kill. Lee Sin getting shut down by Senpai, but now there probably will be a dive here. Senpai, one more tower attack won't finish her off, but it was quite close.
That Agony's Embrace saving her there. A lot of the damage that came out was absorbed by, I think hit both targets, so the 300 shield coming out there from the Agony's Embrace. It's a fantastic dive. Again, almost there for Equos managing to survive, but it was just a good counter gank.
Yeah, Crash Fist Fight's doing a fair bit of damage onto that tower, having the Bloodthirster now as well, alongside the Tier 1 boots. He's going to have a fair bit of damage now, 16 minutes into the game.
Yeah, definitely will. Our Riven, right, going for the BF sword as well as having the Brutalizer available. Nice amount of AD and good counter building.
Or being flayed into the turret. Crash Fist Fight's taking a lot of tower shots there, and Thresh may even finish him off, actually. There is a ward, so she can't really camp in that brush. Flay knocking him back. Minions as well are actually helping out Crash Fist Fights, but the damage will just be too much. Crash Fist Fights was way too weak.
Eshay just wanted that kill, didn't he? It's like Captain Mig probably could have got it, but he's like, no, man. I mean, I've earned this. I got the flay into the tower. I man take the turret shots. Yeah, but I don't know. I would have liked to see another 90 caliber net, maybe to get out of range or get over the wall. Must have been on cooldown or something. Just not a really good direction.
Eshay Zona getting incredibly confident now. He's actually trying to bully Mad Max through them. Means Solar Flare will slow him down, but Equos has joined the fight now. It doesn't quite connect that death sentence.
Look, probably a bit of a waste of the Solar Flare there, but I mean, you just want to stay safe at this point. Still some ward control coming out from both teams. Dragon is up in 50 seconds, so we'll have to see if either of the top laners decide to come down for that.
Senpai doing a lot of damage onto Equos here. Who has the better dueling? Dragon's Kick knocking her back. Resonating Strike. Following explosive cask was actually flashed away. Zap will slow down Riven if it actually connected, which it did not. Blade of the Exile has been popped from our Riven here. Nice box. Blade of the Exile doesn't quite finish off Equos here, right? Getting slowed down by the box, and too much damage there from the blue team. Senpai should be fine though for now. Very,
very nice catch out. And again, nice flash coming out from Senpai, avoiding any damage from that explosive cask.
Yeah, Crash Fist Fights though still in the bottom lane. Nice death sentence though. He actually went through the trap, but it didn't actually snare him.
Yeah, no, he managed to run right through it. And Caitlyn, our Crash Fist Fight's taking a fair few turret shots as well. You gotta love it when a Thresh actually outfights a Caitlyn, and you're just like, oh well, look,
it's impressive.
That sucks.
So Captain Mid-Kid is near the dragon. There is a ward there though for the red team, so they know what's up. And Senpai is ready and waiting, so interesting move there from Captain Mid-Kid, considering he's pretty much by himself. The bottom lane is now moving up to join him, but an incredibly bold move as it is warded, and Senpai is ready and waiting to join him. She can land a nice ultimate there. There actually goes the Agony Embrace, but very preemptively. There was no one there for support, and look at that burn bound. Right is joining the fight here. Christmas Tree getting focused by that stun there. Equos is joining it here. Solar Flare not quite connecting because of that lantern. Equos taking a bit of damage. Explosive cast knocking them back, and looks as though Red may actually secure the dragon. Red gets it despite the super mega death rocket.
That was really good work. That Agony's Embrace delayed blue team long enough for Red to actually catch up, getting there for the engage. That Thresh land, and oh, Captain Midkid may still die though.
Equos safeguarded and caught that ace in the hole. Pi taking a couple of shots in return. Christmas Tree getting very, very caught there. Equos is still low. Oh, flashes for the Zenith Blade stun. And it's probably going to be a dead Lee Sin exhaust, slowing down Leona for now though. Lee Sin barely surviving. Maybe popped the safeguard during that one.
That was so close. Equos surviving on about 2 HP. Christmas Tree being very, very low as well. Just deciding to back out of that. I gotta love, just these mechanics have just been crazy from both teams. Obviously getting back into that diamond tier kind of place. Equos, you know, safeguarding to take that ace in the hole. You had so many Thresh Lanterns. Eshe's playing out of control. I don't think I've seen him really miss a death sentence so far, and the Lanterns have just been so clutch in getting people out of ult range.
Yeah, I do love some pros Threshers.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
Makes some exciting plays and sets up some very nice picks there. So looking at the CS, still pretty even in the bottom lane and the top lane. It's actually quite surprising. Mid lane, look, going a little bit towards the favor of Captain Mid Kid, returning into the lane with his needlessly large rod. Doesn't quite have his Zhonya's available, but it will be quite soon with the Seeker's Arm Guard in his inventory for quite some time.
Yeah, it's a really nice pick up, the Seeker's Arm Guard, because it does give him, you know, a lot better tradability against the Riven of Right, and he will start to farm a lot more effectively. His barrels can just clear waves now, and his farm can be very, very safe. So you will see to start him pull ahead of Right, who will have a bit of a harder time as this game progresses.
Yep, Pi going for this top turret now. Should be right to finish it off. We do see Ron Burgundy a little bit too late to save that one, but definitely getting quite low here, and that's going to be the second turret in the game, yeah. So that's nice work there in the top lane. Ron Burgundy hasn't pushed that tower past 50% HP. We'll go for engagement, but again, the top lane is with that tankiness and no damage, just won't be able to trade much at all.
Yeah, they're just going to whack up against each other. We'll have to see probably, you know, a 3-on-1 kind of a deal to actually get a kill, especially with the Dragon's Descent available.
Oh, Etazona getting caught by the Zenith Blade. Solar Flare as well will lock him down for quite a while. Right, joining the fight, popped the Blade of the Exile, probably a little bit overkill.
For a little bit, but always nice to secure the kill. Christmas Tree getting caught out a little bit here by our Caitlyn.
Has a lot more damage, actually. Ace in the whole barrier, tanked it. They both popped the barrier. Yeah, I think we saw the Flame Chombers, but Flame Chombers is only a snare, isn't it? It won't actually stun her.
It won't, no, so it'll still go down. AKG Senpai getting the Agony's Embrace would allow her to back out from that one, but no, it was a very, very nice ace in the hole. I'm surprised we didn't see a super mega death rocket, but I think the barrier, plus the amount of health that Crash Fist Fights actually had, probably would have made her survive that. So.
Yeah, fair enough. So we may see this outer mid turret get pushed down by the red team, but nope, Senpai going to the top lane, gonna get that farm. They may even push it now, actually. Ron Burgundy will jump in, and Equos will follow him, so they're pretty tanky under the tower. They should be fine. Crash Misfights has got that inner bottom turret.
Yeah, doing a good job pushing down that bottom lane, just because, you know, members of Blue have been drawn off to, you know, the mid lane, as well as having to die back for items. They've just been all over the place. When we saw Ron Burgundy back up the top lane tower was secured, and we saw down the bottom there, the Christmas Tree had to back, so the second tower of the game in the bot lane has been secured as well.
Yeah, but red team are playing this quite well. I gotta say, they are 6,000 gold above the blue team, not having lost a single tower, and having got, I think, 2 dragons now, if not definitely just the one. So red team, you know, playing it safe, playing it smart, and will transition pretty well into the mid game.
Yeah, playing it fantastically at the moment. Senpai going for that Rylai's build, so definitely just focusing on the AP as well as getting some cloth armor. Wants to try and get some survivability. Well, I think, look, she really has to start doing some more. She's been playing fantastically. 406, doing great, but she's going to start to scale up. She is quite squishy still, and, you know, she brings a lot less to the team fights as you kind of progress on.
Yeah, exactly. So Crash Fits Fights dodging a lot of abilities there. Dodging the Renekton stun on Ruthless Predator. Dodging the Sonic Wave. So got to be careful with her positioning. But Mad Max is there, ready and waiting with the Zenith Blade and the stun combination. So they will sort of face off in the mid lane for now, but we do see a bit of a split pushing actually. Crash Fist Fights getting caught. Explosive Cut knocking her back for now. Death Sentence connects, and so does the Resonating Strike with the Sonic Wave. So nice pickup there. Death Rocket goes in. I think it was aiming for our Caitlyn here. Captain Midkid flashing away right, getting exhausted. The box slowing them down. Senpai can't quite go in with the box, but Captain Midkid may get caught here. Now Pi joining the fight with the Dragon's Descent will get a fair bit of damage taken onto Christmas Trees as well. She's incredibly low. Night is ticking, and that was a nice stun there from Ron Burgundy. Ecos taking the Zenith Blade, so Christmas Tree can people. Will it be enough? Nope. Mad Max flashing for that one, and now Ron Burgundy and Ecos, can they duel against Pi? And Mad Max gets the shutdown onto Max, but Pi looking quite tanky in this one.
Pi can probably actually take Ron Burgundy and Equos, so they thankfully decide to back off from that one. That was just a fantastic engage. Captain Midkid went for that explosive cast, but was just flashed away from crazy Crash Fist Fights. He was waiting for that flash the whole time, just trying to bait it out. And that was just a good team fight until Pi came in from the side with that Dragon's Descent and just started to clean up. Christmas Tree going down, Captain Midkid also going down.
Also now has the Randuins. I don't believe he actually popped it in that one.
I don't think I saw it, no.
But it can definitely slow down the team and make it hard to peel, because keep in mind, Jinx has no escapes. So if you jump on her with Dragon's Descent, pop the Randuins and just start chunking her down. She can't really do a lot. Like, apart from relying on the Flame Chompers, or if she maybe gets a kill, then she doesn't have that passive for the speed boost.
I think we'll just ignore the fact that AKG Right actually missed the last strike of Broken Rings to get over the blue buff wall.
Oh, really?
A little bit unfortunate, just
wasn't
by a
watching.
little bit. It was so close. We'll just ignore that, let it slip past, because the plays today have just been fantastic. Eshe Zona going in there for another ward, but red team starting off on this dragon.
The ward is revealing everything. Blue a little bit out of position, though. Ron Burgundy will get the top turret, but they will lose the dragon in return. Explosive would actually explosive cast going in. Yeah, oh, actually, Equal's jumping over the wall. Wanted to get the steal probably. Wow, that's a clutch lantern there. Solar Flare doesn't quite connect. Probably couldn't have finished him off, though, because of the lantern shield.
Yeah, it would have been very, very close. Eshe Zona being right on the ball with that. Pi actually almost going down in that lane, and Ron Burgundy is going to take full advantage of this dragon steal. Going to secure the top turret, first tower of the game for blue team, but definitely, you know, you want that dragon. It's very, very important.
Yeah, there's definitely nice dragon control from the red team. Good positioning and good timing as well. Blue just weren't really in a position to sort of contest that. And, you know, even if they did, Renekton was just too far away. So 4v5, never a good idea to do. There isn't really a lot of sort of like wombo combo from the blue team, so they can't really capitalize on a big engage that well. They have the explosive cask, and that's more of like a displacement rather than like a sort of a bursty AoE.
Definitely right. So Crash Results taking a little bit of damage there from Christmas Tree, and both teams are just going to be farming up in this mid lane. Red trying to defend their tower.
Yeah, both the ADCs do have the red buff for the extra damage and the slow. While we do see Pi actually trying to split push down that top lane, but we'll actually join this fight now if red team decide to engage on that one. And I gotta say, like, there isn't really a lot of engage from the red team. There's Dragon's Descent, and that's pretty much it. Like, they can't really engage with Senpai or Right, they just don't have the tankiness required.
Yeah, it's all about Pi moving with the Dragon's Descent and Mad Max lining pretty much a clutch solar flare to get that CC down so the rest of them can kind of collapse on and do the damage. I mean, yeah, Senpai, it's going to be okay, but probably not going to be giving as much damage later in the game. Has played fantastic in the laning phase, though.
Yeah, where reducing explosive cask and the Descendants can really set up some picks and, you know, make these team fights escalate into, you know, a pretty wonky engagement there. We do see the red team now trying to push down the middle lane here, and I'm not sure what they're going to do for now. Probably going to disengage. Zap didn't quite connect, but actually going in with the Leona will get the solar flare onto Captain Mid-Kid. They're going to focus him down, but nice explosive cast, knocking them back in the front lines actually. Renekton getting shut down the box in the middle of the fight here. Blue team are getting chunked down quite hard. Eshe Zona will get taken out there by our Riven here. Blue team running for the lives under the turret. Pi getting pretty low from the barrel toss. And now looks as though his Death Rocket actually doesn't quite finish off Pi with the execute.
And that's exactly the time of team fight. Oh, and it's not over yet. Equos will go down.
Yeah, getting caught while recalling. Interesting bot to recall. Senpai going for a dive perhaps. Christmas Trees getting shut down. Pi looking quite low. Red team playing a risky game here. Barrel toss doesn't quite connect. Nice dodging forward. What Zenith Blade under the tower.
Oh, and the ace. Wow, Red. That was just fantastic. Blue decided to try and stay and defend, but there was just too much engage and just damage coming out from Red. They should have just backed off, and they're probably going to lose at least this inhibitor turret off this push. But, you know, the start of the fight, that is exactly the kind of fight they wanted. Blue got caught out of position, trying to catch Crash fist fights with the explosive casks, and then a fantastic solar flare from Mad Max to set up the fight.
Descendants connects onto Crashmith's fight. Solar Flare will slow them down for now. Ron Burgundy can't go in with the Ruthless Predator Stone because of that Solar Flare. I'm actually surprised to see how fast Ron Burgundy got shredded there in the back lines.
Yeah, he just got destroyed because 4 members of Red were able to focus. Mad Max landed that Solar Flare, and Ron Burgundy, you know, tried to get onto Crash fist fights, just couldn't do it. Just too much escape with that 90 caliber net more than anything else. Also burned the flash as well for her. I'm surprised Solar Flare actually comes off cooldown that quickly. We saw it in the start of the fight and also just then for the disengage for Crash fist fights.
It was a long team fight. It's a 60-second cooldown for now. But yeah, that team fight went for a while because we saw pretty much as soon as the ace happened, Eshe Zona and Ron Burgundy actually respawned. Yeah. So they couldn't really get the inhib despite an ace because of the long kill time disparity. But for now, red team definitely looking incredibly strong because, you know, as the game progresses, the Eve of course does scale out, but just given how aggressive they're being, they're actually making this Eve pick work.
Oh, they definitely are. The Eve is just paying dividends. But that Zonya is just going to be very, very nice as well. Going to give a lot of survivability. Red, you know, not going for the Baron, I'm not sure, probably a good choice. Definitely wanted to get that inhib first from the looks of things.
May lose the inhib though, but we do see all members of the blue defending it, actually getting it focused, and Pi is too tanky to focus. Christmas Crash Fist Fights is the target here. Ecourse going incredibly deep. Death Sentence will knock right away, but Ecourse will get taken out by the Blade of the Exile in the middle. There is a box in the middle of everything here. Captain Kid getting caught by the Ace. Ron Birdie getting focused once again. He is tanky, but not tanky enough. Captain Mid Kid gets shut down by Chris Miss Bison. There is the inhib, so nice engage.
The inhib and possibly the game here for Red Team, depending on what they decide to go for, they're going for the inhib turrets. Yeah,
Nexus turrets will get shut down as Blake feels like an idiot, having said inhib, but look, double Nexus and now probably the Nexus itself as well. So picking that game up and definitely well-deserved play by the Red Team.
Oh, definitely. There was just such good team fighting, such good team comps. I mean, the Eve jungle just paid off so much. I mean, what was her end score there? 5-1-13. She just started to shred during that laning phase, just picked up so many kills, so many assists for her laners, and just pushed it forward from there. I mean, you really just didn't see that out from Equos. He did get a few kills, but just nothing on the level of Senpai, and that's what really, you know, kind of steamrolled it for Red Team.
I like Senpai's build. I've usually seen her go like really glass cannon and then just die, but she's actually pretty tanky when you factor in the Zhonya's, the Rileys, you know, and the stealth mechanic, obviously. So well played there, and I think that'll wrap this one up here.
Well, indeed, been fun.
I'll catch you later.